Hello everybody, it's Renee Tchaikovsky and I'm back again in my kitchen with a dessert for you today. I also have a new hairdo. What do you think? That was really fun to come back home and see that last week. It was exciting. Thanks for checking it out, and thanks for checking out the recipe too. So I'm here today with a recipe that was inspired by my grandmother, who was born in Kentucky and raised there actually. And this is the same grandmother I've spoken about before that owned a restaurant and did a lot of teaching, taught me a lot about food and a lot about what people like. So I'm calling this recipe mint julep berries and cream shortcakes, and I'm changing up one little thing with it, and that is grandma would have always used real live biscuits. Today I'm going to take a little shortcut and use the store-bought little shortcakes that you can buy usually in the produce department, which is kind of nice. I kind of laugh about that because like I said, grandma would have usually done a biscuit, and I'm thinking maybe on wash day we could have gone with something already like this. So this recipe was inspired by her, but it was also inspired by a little thing that my husband and I have going with mint. We planted a mint plant probably 3 years ago, one mint plant in the backyard, because we like mojitos, we like mint juleps, and we thought this would be kind of a fun thing to do. So we planted one mint plant, and the next year we probably had like a little mint patch, and we thought, oh, this is so fun. We had enough to share with the neighbors. So then the next year it came up, and we thought, we really need to do something with all this mint. And I don't exactly know what happened, but we've got about a half an acre of mint out here right now. So we're known as the mojito and mint julep family, and everybody in the neighborhood comes and picks mint. I even get a kick out of it. Sometimes little kids will come and they'll just chew on it. They get a kick out of it, and I do too. So I'm always looking for desserts where I can use mint and not just use mint as a garnish. So for this recipe, I'm going to go ahead and get started. It starts with bourbon, sugar, a little bit of butter, and I'll tell you about that in just a second, and of course the really, really nice mint. And what you do with the bourbon and the sugar is you measure it and you put it in a pan and you bring it to a simmer and you cook it with the mint. And what I usually do when I'm putting in my small handful of mint is I peel it off like this, and then you want to break it up a little bit. It's actually, I kind of laugh because it's called bruising it when you just kind of like break it up and pop it in. It's not like you have to rough it up or anything, but you just kind of break it up and pop it in, and then the natural oils come out and it simmers in it, and it gives it a really nice mint essence, but not so much mint that you feel like you just brushed your teeth or whatever. So you're going to break up the mint a little bit and put it in and boil it. When it's done boiling and it's thickened up a little bit so you get a nice glaze, I add 2 tablespoons of butter, and the butter just makes it rich and creamy and just gives it a really, really nice finish and a really nice gloss. And this is what you wind up with. This is my bourbon butter sauce. Alright, so the next thing we do is we take a 8-ounce package of Philadelphia cream cheese, your friend and mine, and we soften that a little, either in the microwave or by letting it sit out a little bit, and you mix it up with some heavy cream. And I usually just measure in about a cup or so. You'll get the full recipe on the website. But measure that in with a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of the bourbon cream sauce, the bourbon butter sauce. So that's going to get stirred in. So you've got a really nice, dense cream. This is what you're after. A little bit of tang from the Philadelphia cream cheese, which is exactly what you're looking for because you don't want this to be sickly sweet. So, next thing you put together are the berries. And the berries start out with nice sliced strawberries. This week here, we've got beautiful blackberries and raspberries in the grocery store, so I'm going to mix those in. And basically what I do with the strawberries is I want to slice them. I use my edge slicer. It makes it super easy to do, to just get it in and break it up like that. Or you can leave them nice and chunky, whichever you prefer. With these, you want to mix in a little bit of sugar and just give them a stir. And that gives it a really nice glaze. If you don't have time to let it set for a little bit and dissolve the sugar, you can actually put powdered sugar in here. Next thing is the assembly, and we go back to our prepared cakes. And I like to take a pastry brush or a barbecue brush, whatever you have that works. Sometimes even a spoon will work. And I want to just kind of glaze it on the outside of the cake. It's going to soak in a little bit, and that's what you're after. Don't forget the bottom, because you want that good flavor. going all the way through. And then put it on a plate like this. Next thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of the Philly cream sauce that's been sweetened. And that's just going to kind of glaze right over. Just like this. And then you're going to take your beautiful berries that you have all mixed up. I'm going to just kind of spoon these on. You know what my mom used to do? If there was anything with raspberries, she always used to go through and pick out the raspberries. Mary's got a kick out of that. So I always put extra raspberries in if I knew she was coming. So, alright, to finish this off, I'm going to garnish it with part of my ½ acre of mint. I'm just going to kind of stick a few leaves in here. Just kind of dress it up a little bit. And then just, whoops, lost a couple. Going rogue. And then just give a little sprinkle of powdered sugar like this. And you've got mint julep, berries and cream shortcakes. Really good stuff if you ask me. It's kind of like a trip to the Kentucky Derby. I'm going to have a bite. Wait. Going to the Derby at my dessert table. I hope everybody is having as much fun with this as I am. And I hope you're enjoying yourselves too. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.